Now, the Shadow Chancellor Rachel Reeves has unveiled her plan to save traditional pubs in Britain, and these include business rates being replaced with a fairer system, and she hinted that beer duty might be frozen but not reduced.
So is the Labour Party on the side of your local boozer? Well, let's talk to the Chief Executive of the British Beer and Pub Association, Emma Mcclarkin. Good morning to you, Emma. I hope they're on the side of the boozer, and they talk about changing business rates, but they keep telling us they're going to change business rates. But scan the Labour manifesto, Emma, and you will not see the alternative.
So it is great to hear that the Labour Party has decided to come out and fully support the Great British Pub. We need a little bit more detail on exactly how that plan's going to work. But the good news is that they have recognised the unique role that we play in this community, across the country, in our society, economically, socially and culturally, and absolutely identifying that the cost of doing business for our Great British pubs and our Great British brewers is too high. We need to see business rates reform, beer duty coming down, and we need to also see some discussion around VAT on food and drink inside our pubs.
Is that it? That's your to-do list? If you had your way, Emma, those would be the three areas that you need promises from one of the parties?
Absolutely. If we want the pub to be at the heart of our high street and the beating heart of our towns and villages, then we need to help them become profitable businesses. That's the number one thing we want to do. We hear about pubs being rescued by the community. First and foremost, we want them to be successful businesses on their high streets. And so we need them to be identifying these top things. And business rates, we disproportionately pay over 500 million a year versus our turnover as pubs. And on our beer duty, you know, the host country for the Euros is Germany. We pay 12 times more the beer duty than they do for German brewers. And so we have to find a way that we say we recognise the role that the pub plays in our communities, our wonderful British beer. We've got to find ways to support them so they can remain profitable.
How many pubs are closing and at what rate, Emma? I saw a very gloomy figure, about 80 a month, or was it even 80 a week?
That's right. It is really disheartening to hear that still 80 closing every month, and that is unacceptable, I find, and we need to give them the recognition that they give so much back to their communities, not only in terms of jobs, and the economy booster, the footfall to other small businesses, but that place where we meet, where we connect as humans, and that's what pubs do. You know, that's where you can go and celebrate life, commiserate life, stave off loneliness, and keep you well, you know, in your mental health as well, by having that conversation, someone taking care of you. It is that sense of community, and we need to back it. So we need whichever government forms the next parliament to come in and say, this is the focus. We are going to pull out pubs and get behind our brewers to say they matter to our communities and they can be a huge engine for growth.
OK, thank you so much, Chief Executive of the British Beer and Pub Association, Emma Mcclarkin there. What I find baffling is you will have both noticed, and Kevin Maguire's still with us, when you go anywhere at the weekends now, the pubs are packed, restaurants are busy, people appear to have money to spend. Why aren't the businesses able to be profitable?
Because if you go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, probably Thursday, they're not. And that is the problem. I know pubs now that only open part of the week, but I thought every pub opening sort of 11 till 11 every day is a complete waste. Some yes, but some not. But then it's very difficult if you run a business and you've got to pay for your building, your business rates, all week. If you're only getting your income in essentially three days. Because it's ripe for reform, business rates. You're right, Labour don't spell out how they will do it.
You've been banging on about it for ages.
But the government, the Treasury take in, and I just was listening, I was checking the figures, take in about 30 billion a year in business rates. Alcohol duty is about 12 billion a year. These are big chunks of money funding public service.